We are here with Ivanka Trump, advisor to the president, and a special guest, Robert Felder, which is a mechanical. You're in mechanical engineering. That's yes. What I just said. Everybody says we need more STEM. We need more STEM. It's like you do STEM. I'm going to be a communications. It's hard. It's
Not
hard
only
work.
that, but Robert, I was just with him in Syracuse, New York, at a P-TECH University campus.
P-TECH.
So P-TECH, it's a high school program and it's part of actually what we're doing and what we're focused on in terms of skills development and job training and vocational education. But Robert graduated this spring from P-TECH, from the high school, with 20 degrees towards his college education, and is planning to be, well, why don't you tell Joe?
Well, like Ivanka was, like Miss Trump was saying.
Ivanka.
Oh, okay. Like Ivanka was saying, I graduated from the P-TECH program. I was part of the first class, and I graduated with 28 college credits towards my degree, where I'll be going to Alfred University to study mechanical engineering.
It's amazing.
This program that there's going to be an executive order signed by the president
yes.
Later today. It has to do with trying to match up the workforce with the jobs that are not only here now, but they're going to get even more different in the future in terms of skills, and we're not addressing it right now. That's basically the issue.
100%. And this is something we've heard from employers large and small. So the larger employers are having trouble finding workers with the skills they need to fill their job vacancies, and the small businesses are struggling even more because they're competing against the larger business in a tight labor market. A tight labor market is good. Wages are finally going up for the American worker. We see unemployment at obviously historic lows, but that brings to the forefront an issue that we've had for a long time in this country, where we've ceased to focus on real skills training, vocational education, and preparing students for careers. So there's been really for the last 20 years a focus on one path, and that's the university path. And that's a great path for a lot of people, but there are alternative pathways to family-sustaining careers, and P-TECH is one of those examples. So some people will leave P-TECH and go straight into the workforce. Others will go to university, like Robert will, with a large amount of credits and far along and far advanced in their studies. But we also have to be thinking about the mid to late career worker who needs to be retrained and reskilled.
Right.
And
there's no education opportunities for people over 25, really.
As a country, by and large, all investment in education stops at the age of 25, and that doesn't work in such a fast-changing, increasingly digital economy. So this council is going to focus on taking a holistic approach to skills development, whether it's K through 12 or whether it's for mid to late career workers, and bring all of government together to devise a national workforce strategy. And we're also calling on the private sector to step up, because some of the best programs are programs like Robert's, where industry comes into the school and says, these are the jobs we need. Please train our students with these skills and we'll employ them.
I know that there was a goal in terms of corporate participation that you far exceeded.
Oh, yes.
Already.
So the president will be making an announcement today.
Are you allowed to say it before he makes it? Or?
So we had a goal of 500,000 new enhanced career opportunities.
These are individuals, individual people.
These are each individuals. They're all new programs, whether it's new jobs for people leaving high school and going directly into the workforce, or it's reskilling opportunities for older employees who are at risk of losing their job to automation. These are all new commitments. So we had a goal of 500,000, and we have blown that out of the water. So today we're going to have industry, we're going to have trade associations, we're going to have representatives from small business, and they're going to be coming to the White House and signing what we call a pledge to the American worker. And this starts today, but it's going to continue for the months and years to come, because ultimately we want business to step up to the plate and recognize that the most important role they can play is helping to promote and advance their own workforces and therefore the country as a whole. So we hope to all of your viewers, we hope you'll step up to the plate, you'll sign the pledge, you'll amplify some of the great work so many companies are already doing to invest in skills training and create new and better opportunities for American workers.
In the old days, companies would sit back and the government was supposed to retrain people, so we have 42 different job retraining programs spread across 12 different agencies. you try to get some data about how well it works, and it's like, are we really getting so little for the amount of money that we're spending? So it needs to be streamlined, and it needs to be the corporations that benefit from the trained workers need to have some skin in the game as well, and that's the way it needs to work.
The best work is happening out in the states, and it's when the states, city, local governments, they team up with the private sector, the community colleges, the technical schools, the universities, team up with industry, and they create curriculum, and they train students in that curriculum, and the employers hire on the back end. What we can do as a federal government is amplify that work through legislation like Perkins Career and Technical Education, which we're seeking to pass and reauthorize in the coming weeks. But we can also leverage big data. And what's amazing is today there are 6.6 million vacant jobs in this country. There's 6.1 million unemployed workers, but there are many outside of that figure who are just outside of the workforce, who have given up and are on the sidelines, who are now coming back into the workforce, which is really exciting. But when you think about the 6.6 million vacancies, how can we leverage government data to inform people what industries they're in, geographically where are those jobs located, and maybe most importantly, what are the underlying skills to fill them? So right now, all we can say is which industries have vacancies, but we can't say where the jobs are located or what the underlying skills are to fill the jobs
and
in those
how to match
industries.
it all up. And with what we can do with big data now, and with enterprise software and everything that we read about every day, companies that are involved with that, I don't know why it hasn't been applied to this.
And think about how this will empower parents and students and workers to make smarter decisions about where they spend their money in terms of career and education, and how they spend their time. So if they know what skills are in demand and what jobs are available. And so some states have done a better job at creating transparency, but this has never been done on a national level. So we're working with industry to change that.
Well, I want to keep us updated on this. We're going to hear more and more about it. You saw Wilbur's excited about it.
So he'll be working with us to engage the private sector and to make sure that employers, large and small across the country, and trade organizations sign the pledge and affirm their commitment to investing in opportunities.
Hard to tell when Wilbur's excited, but he was excited today.
He's very excited. He's very excited.
Yeah.
And today's announcement will be amazing. So Robert's going to be joining us for.
It's going to be a lot of math, Robert. It's worth it though. I found with math, you put the time in, it's like eureka. It finally starts happening. So. Good luck to you.
Having spent time with Robert, there won't be a problem.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.